Okay, who's in the kitchen with Eileen? Who's in the kitchen with Eileen? Who's in the kitchen with Eileen?
It's fun food for kids with Miss Eileen.
Welcome everyone. This is Fun Food for Kids at Shaler North Hills Library. I'm Miss Eileen. Today you are going to make 2 snacks. Okay, the first snack is going to be a strawberry octopus. The second snack is going to be a turtle snack. Now, of course, you will need your special grown-up to assist you. What you will need for today's Fun Food for Kids is you will need a couple of strawberries, already washed and dried. You will need, if you have them, candy eyeballs. If you don't, you can substitute a raisin, you can substitute a chocolate chip, just something that would resemble an eyeball that you can use for your strawberry. For the turtle, you're going to need a Granny Smith apple, a couple of grapes, some chocolate sprinkles, and you'll need a toothpick. Pardon me. Now, we're going to do the strawberry octopus first. So what you're going to do, put those off to the side. You're going to take, if you have a large strawberry, that works best. You're just going to take that greenery, pull that off, and set that off to the side. This is going to be, we're going to set our octopus. That's going to be the main part of the head. Then the smaller strawberry, what you're going to do is pull that green off again, and you are going to cut the strawberry in half again, and then cut it into half so that you have a total of 8 legs. And if it's easier to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever way you like it, once you have the 8 pieces, you can spread your octopus legs around. It doesn't matter which way you set them. The white end should be towards the center though. Okay, so there we have our octopus. Now for the eyes, I have the candy eyes, and I am just going to push them down into the strawberry. And it's okay, I'm getting a little bit of strawberry juice on them. That's okay because we're going to eat them. So there you go. Doesn't that look cute? So I'm going to set this Mr. Strawberry off to the side so we can start working on our turtle. Now for the turtle, as I said, you're going to need the Granny Smith apple, a couple of grapes, and some chocolate jimmies. The eyes for the turtle are a little difficult to put on. Now typically, and this is a Granny Smith apple, this is a green apple, okay, but it is nice and sweet. Now normally you cut an apple this way, okay, but for the turtle we're going to turn it on the side and we're going to do it horizontally instead of vertically. So, wait, put my knife here. So I'm going to cut a couple of thin slices. And then I'm going to line them up, just stack them right on top of one another in the center of my plate. Okay. For the feet, what you're going to do is you are going to take 1 grape and you're going to cut it in half lengthwise, and then you're going to cut it in half widthwise. That makes sense. Whoops. And they do slide. So then I'm going to put my little feet over on the turtle.
Tiny turtle feet.
Little turtle feet. Okay. Now then what you're going to need for the head, all what you want to do, you want to cut just a small section of the bottom off of the grape. And now for this, as I do this, and this is the hard part, I have some chocolate sprinkles here. You're going to poke 2 holes with a toothpick into it and try, I'm going to say attempt to put the chocolate sprinkles in. So I'm just poking it with the toothpick and kind of push it around. And then I'm going to put that piece of chocolate sprinkle in and make my second eyeball here. And oh my goodness, look at that. I don't believe it worked. They may come out. So there's the head.
It always comes alive when you put eyeballs on it.
It always does. And then what I'm going to do is here for the shell, I'm going to cut just slices of grape. You can get maybe 2 or 3 per grape, depending upon the size of the grape. And I'm going to place that on the shell. Oops. And this, of course, you're going to need your grown-up to do for you. And I need 2 more. Let me get some more grapes here. Now, the only thing that I had forgotten before is, of course, the turtle needs a tail. So, we're going to take one of the grapes, a small one, cut a little bit off the bottom and stand it upright. And then we're going to just edge off a little bit on the left and a little bit on the right for the tail, and place the tail right there. Okay.
That's darling.
So there you go, my friends. We have a strawberry octopus and we have an apple turtle snack.
Lovely.
Center of my plate. Okay.
Fun Food for Kids with Miss Eileen is brought to you by Parachute Play, Toddler Storytime, and viewers like you.
Okay. While you enjoy your delicious strawberry octopus and your turtle apple snack, I'm going to read Yertle the Turtle by Dr. Seuss. On a faraway island of Selma song, Yertle the turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean, it was neat. The water was warm. There was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy, quite happy indeed. They were until Yertle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, said Yertle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With his stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too high, too low. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. What a king I'd be, ruler of all I could see. So Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand, and Yertle the Turtle King gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to a stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on one's back, and he piled them all up in a 9 turtle stack. And then Yertle climbed up, and he sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see most a mile. All mine, Yertle cried, of all the things I now rule. I'm king of a cow. I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house. And what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yertle the turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. And all through that morning he sat there up high, saying over and over, a great king am I, until long about that noon, then he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped the king, and he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne, and this plain little turtle looked up and he said, "Beg your pardon, King Yertle. I've pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please?" "Silence!" the king of the turtles barked back. "I'm king and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm a king of a cow. I'm a king of a mule. I'm a king of a house and a bush and a cat. But that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher," his royal voice thundered. "So pow up more turtles. I want about 200. "Turtles! More turtles!" he bellowed and brayed, and the turtles way down in the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after another they climbed up the stack. Then Yertle the turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. "Hooray!" shouted Yertle. "I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I can see." Then again from below, in the great heavy stack, came a groan from the plain little turtle named Mac. "Your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you are seeing great sights, but down at the bottom we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand, our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving," groaned Mac. "You hush up your mouth," howled the mighty King Yertle. You've no right to talk to the world's highest ruler. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no nothing, that's higher than me." But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. "What's that?" snorted Yertle. "Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the king? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher and still. I'll build my throne higher. I can and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack 'em to heaven. I need about 5,607. Boy, that's a lot of turtles. But as Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below in the stack, that plain little turtle whose name was called Mac, decided he'd taken enough. He had it. And that plain little lad got a little bit mad, and that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped, and his burp shook the throne of the king. And Yertle the turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, the king of the house and a cow and a mule. Well, that was the end of the Turtle King's role. For Yertle, the king of all Selma Monson, fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond. And today the great Yertle, that marvelous he, is king of the mud. That is all he can see. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles and maybe all creatures should be. Now, isn't that a wonderful story?
That really was.
I want to thank you. And as before, as I said, if you could take a photo with your snack and send it to us here at shaleryouthservices@gmail.com. We'd like to make a little collage and post it on our social media page. So this is it for Fun Food for Kids. My name is Miss Eileen. I thank you for attending.
Who's in the kitchen with Eileen? Who's in the kitchen with